What up, people?
Everyone doing?
Gonna pop on some music, wait till a few people come through, and that's it. Will Ski, what's going on?
Not much, man. Got a pretty nice sell, looks like, so far
I
this week.
know, mate. I saw it in the
Yeah, man.
Discord actually.
Really trying to get that
Savage.
funding coming in with phase two completed.
Yeah, we'll wait for some people to come in, and then we'll definitely go through that because you caught it. I'm gonna put up the Discord. I'm just gonna show everybody like how to the pip it was, wasn't it?
Couldn't have got closer. It was very yeah, it's one of them. It looks, when you do it once in a blue moon, yeah, it was based on that previous white wick high getting taken out. And it literally just took it.
Yeah, we've had some quite funny, some people putting some
Some
good stuff, man. Good stuff. So yeah, let me just pop this in. I'll let you go through the same stuff that you normally do, and I'll just pop this in on here.
Wicked. All right, yeah, I think my screen's up. So really looking at starting off with the dollar index, I want to get an idea of how the USD is looking, and I think most of the move today has been from pound weakness, something to do with the budget and taxes. But you can see here that my bias was for price to continue to create higher structure. We've obviously had to fill this daily area because this wasn't enough. We had that, and this was the CPI low that we had on Friday. Monday didn't manage to take it out, and then we've had that fill today, and really now we want to be getting price closing above this level today. This is the level that we've been struggling to break, which is around really 99 flat, which is obviously a massive level, and also is that fill area that we've tapped 4 times. So if that was enough, we should fill up and continue to these equal highs around 99.5. EU still in this one as well. This is also on my phase 2 that I've got going on, which I would favor price coming down. Obviously, I don't think the weekly is very clear. The daily, I'd want to see daily closures below here to really feel confident that we'll get that last push. But everything's suggesting at the minute that we could see this move down. And as long as we get a good close here, it would probably suggest we're not going to come back up to this high, which we made a couple of weeks ago. Finally, GU. This was the big move I spoke about yesterday, which is really dropping now. So my analysis for the week, and this is what I want to speak about, is just really keeping it simple, because you can see the weekly has been creating that lower high, lower low, with an overall higher time frame target of these August lows, which are pretty far away, but I do think we're going to get there. Now, this was the level that price was not breaking, and I was still selling in here because I didn't have this as an area to be an issue. But at least saying that, we did have 3 weeks fail, but it just gives you that extra confidence when you saw last week, we had a clean close through it. That makes at least that previous low from that week a good target to be had, which then makes the daily time frame, and you can identify areas of interest. Now, obviously I'm on Oanda, and you can see that this was the CPI high, and this high obviously on this chart wasn't tapped. But looking across my prop firms, especially with Funding Rock, the level was around 675, 680, and I was looking at that being inducement, because if this was a new spike, price and especially orders stacking up above here, once we sweep them, it's generally going to create some good liquidity into the market. And I mean, it's just died, and it's very rare that you're going to get an entry, and you see trades all the time getting sniper entries, but yeah, you might get 1 a year, 2 a year, but when you get it, obviously it looks really good. You can see the 4 hour there tagged me in. I think the highest this went on this chart was 696, so it tagged me in by 0.6 pips. I'm really close to my target now, so I'd like to see this hit. Obviously, I've got a lot of funded accounts that this is on, which I've just had reset, so it'll pretty much give me more payouts, and more importantly, I hopefully get that phase 2 across the line, with really needing to see EU come down to that low. Obviously, I can't see it there, but yeah, this would give me a good 3% profit on my phase 2, and then hopefully I can be funded with Funding Rock. That's been my main priority since I've been joining these live streams, is to try and get that funding across the line. So we'll see what we do here. But yeah, really good move. Obviously expecting the weekly to drop. and that's really it. In a minute.
I'm back. Bloody camera, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, so from what happened yesterday, we had a nice little trade on euro pound that only actually started pushing off. Started only pushing off today. Obviously, pound being, has it gone off again? Seriously,
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
mate. Whatever. Let's see if I can just put let me see if I put an image or something for the moment. Go on, I'll put it back on you, Wilski, while I see if I can sort this out.
No worries. One thing I was talking about yesterday as well, actually, because I've done the breakdown for the day, was the gold, and we were talking about, what I was thinking, and at the time I was saying about how this level looked good to be taken out, because once you did start coming down to this low, what you got to realize is this low, this was where we tried to fail. We came into this area here, demand area, we filled it. This point, especially once you're getting these taps, once you get it closed through, it makes this low not enough liquidity to come up. So the next targets are these equal lows. Daily's now filling deeper areas, which you can see around here. And what you then want to see is to get an idea for more upside for the minute, you'd want to see the daily at least respect this high that we are now in between this high and this low to give you an idea of upside. But we're creating gaps to the downside, obviously, as in, we've got this, whether or not you see this is like liquidity resistance up here, you've got this area now that we could have issues at. So you've got barriers to come up for the first time in a while, which is not looking the best for gold. But as I said, with how we're looking to close this month, we could see that flip. The key area is 4K. If we get that break of 4K, then that looks, better to continue up. But I think we're going to close weak, and I would favor more pullbacks into like these areas before we get upside, whatever that means. But yeah, we haven't got a wick for the week. Madness can still happen with the Fed rate. We could just flip and come up. But we're at least now starting to see the 4 hour. We can see that we are creating. We get rid of everything here. We did break this. This was a high that we just took out. That wasn't enough to go up. And then we come down. You see this area in here. We've now closed below that. So we're in that bearish structure and sentiment at the minute, which makes it harder to buy. And obviously, depending on how you trade, you might just want to see the breaks of this 4 hour to buy, and then you can buy up to this area up here, and then you've got all of that to trade to. But your easier buys, are going to be once you do start seeing breaks of lower highs, lower lows, when you reject the lower low and then create that upper structure. That's where your better buys are going to be at the minute. And obviously, on the macro time frames, you might be trying to scale in the weekly and daily, which is completely how I normally do stuff. But if you are looking for intraday, it's clearly not ready to go up at the minute, and you want to be a bit more patient. So I think that's what I'm looking at on gold. I'm just seeing if Alex is back. I don't think he is. He's still gone. Is there anything else anyone else is looking at? How's it going, Abdullah? Hope you're well. Yeah, we'll see what this session does. What are my expectations really to finish the day? I would like to see, GU is the main one really at the minute. I don't have much to TP. It's not too big of a trade. Pretty decent R. Probably could have gone for a bit more of a tighter stop and got like a 4R. At the minute, I'm not really bothered about doing that. Like, really, I'm just focused on passing challenges and getting small payouts. Because I've got enough funding, I don't need to worry too much about getting the biggest R trades. I felt safe with, and this is the whole weekly idea, is identifying where I expected price to finalize the move to, and it was always going to be this fill. So I could have had a second position or whatever set, back at this daily, covering the previous weekly high. But you've got to realize, once you get them breaks, and we spoke about this level, we got them clear breaks on the weekly of that, the pullback wasn't going to be that big as a whole. But you've just got to learn over time how to do that and how to understand that you trade, especially if you trade 1 to 3 pairs, you start to understand how you like to see a move, and then you identify how it is going into that week, which makes it much easier. And he's back now.
Awful when technology stops working. So where were we yesterday? So we were talking about this particular trade that we had on yesterday. So let's have a little bit of a butcher's. So euro pound obviously was making, if you remember, it was making that kind of channel, broke out, retested the trend line, and then pushed off. Overall, it was actually a pretty decent little trade. Got out at the top. I didn't think it was actually going to push up even further, but the pound is just, compared to what's going on with the euro, it's just getting absolutely it's getting slammed, like absolutely slammed. It's coming up to obviously that weekly level right now, so maybe we find a little bit of support, but it's just.
Well, it's funny because anything about the pound, there's nothing. What I'm looking at on my forex factory, it says anything about the pound today. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
But, on mainstream news, there is a few bits that are going on.
Yeah. So even with this, the same as your idea, if we're still stuck in this, we've come back up into a 50-50 area, and it's just carrying this whole market structure down. So really, all of these lows would be the next kind of like targets. If we break underneath this weekly level right here, which is where it's finding support right now, then I think we've got this next 4-hour level, which is at 16448. To be fair, if we look on an intraday time frame, we've hit that weekly level. If we can get a retest on these EMAs, then we'll be able to get in this trade to take it short. So that's the idea. That's what we're going to be doing on stream. We're going to wait for a bit of a retracement, and then we're going to go short on EU because it's held up quite nicely for most of the day, and now it's obviously started pushing up. We had this 4-hour level that it was consolidating over. It looked like it wanted a breakthrough, but it just broke back down, retested, and continues. So we're just going to wait until that actually happens.
At least we're seeing some big volume today. I don't think yesterday was the quickest.
For a Monday, it was kind of dull, to be honest. I quite like Mondays. Mondays are normally my better days, but there's no news on Mondays, so I don't know if.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see what the indices have opened up as. I reckon they'll be down on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, mate. That little bit that I had on that. That was
again.
11% down on the day.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, we saw the open yesterday and it dropped, didn't it? And then it's done it again.
I think I've got a little bit more to learn with these low float kind of equity share, whatever companies. But
good learning anyway.
Yeah, it's not bad learning.
Nah. Gotta lose to win.
You gotta lose to win. Precisely what I've been saying to myself. Yeah, you gotta lose to win. Let's have a look at some of the cryptos. What's crypto doing? Crypto, that's quite a nice move on Crow. I don't know what kind of catalyst that may have had. Let's have a look. Yeah, crypto's held up quite well. In all fairness, it is held up quite well. We're still stuck in a bit of a range on Solana from about 158 to 200. Really, I think this was like a little bit of a deviation. Bitcoin looks like it's pushing up. To be fair, it's come back onto these highs pre-break and it's found really nice support. Can't really fault it. I think with crypto, just buy and hold, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
No need to do too much. I think you can get really good positions in crypto, but if you start like trying to day trade it and stuff, I think you can become unwound pretty fast.
Man,
Wow.
GU's gone so close to my TP. It's hit TP on my funded accounts now. Just
For what,
really
for EU?
GU.
Oh, GU.
Yeah.
Well, it's pushed down. How do you feel about that? Is that put you back over to profits?
Yeah, it's looking like I think like another 8k payouts.
Yes.
8k profit, so at least 6k payout. Yeah,
Yes.
which is the first. It's the first time my FTMOs. I was going through a video I'd done.
Yeah.
I had 9 payouts on FTMO, and every single time I got a new account, I went straight into drawdown, and that's the first time it's actually gone straight into profit. Probability low, isn't it?
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, well, it's a long time coming. That's the thing with my trading though, is I know that it takes X amount of months to come out of drawdown, be in drawdown, and then the wins come in and they're big. I mean, and they always make up for it, but I always try and keep relatively level because I don't want to go and over trade and over risk with profit. So what I'll probably do is wait on that funded payout and then repeat next week after that.
Perfect. Sounds really good, and fair play for you, like, for getting out of a drawdown like that. Clear head, you know, because it's difficult. A lot of people, as soon as they go into drawdown, it's like that's it. It's like game over. But you've persevered through that and waited for some proper nice moves. I didn't think we were going to push down this much this morning on pound. To be honest,
aggressive.
It has been very, very aggressive. Is it a reflection of just how the UK is at the moment? That's all.
It's got to be. I think that when's the budget? The budget's end of next month, so you got a while. You got a long while, but I think there's already that sentiment in.
NZD USD. Let's have a look at this. To be fair, it looks kind of like it wants to push up. I don't really... Yeah, I would actually long that, to be honest. I would long that. I don't know what about you, but that's something that I'd probably long. Doesn't look good on an intraday time frame, but a higher time frame it looks long. Don't know.
Yeah, not sure about the New Zealand dollar. I don't really look at it too much.
Yeah, like if I look on the 4 hour, like a little pop up to this 200 EMA would be something that would, like if this was on a 15 minute, that would be the trade that I'd be going for. But yeah, looks long for the mental wealth trader. Let's go back onto EU.
Quite surprised the EU's not dropped at all. It's pulling back nice though.
Yeah, it's pulling back. All of the EMAs are coming down for this session as well. So if we can get a retest either on the EMA or just a little bit higher on that fib, then I'd be happy to take a short trade there.
Nice.
It might take a little bit of time, to be fair. What else are you guys looking at? So 4 hour looks long, but sales on the daily do look strong, to be fair. Yeah, it's difficult when you've got so many different contradicting things as well, to be fair.
Yeah, GJ. What's GJ looking like?
Denzel hasn't been on for a minute, man. I haven't even looked at...
It was bullish when I last looked at it, I think yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. I've done that today.
Yeah, not exactly not too bullish.
What's it dropped though? It's dropped like yeah,
It's
200, 200 something pips. Heavy drop.
So what have I been doing sidelined for the day, man? You got moves like this, crazy.
Yeah, it's always when you come off the lower time frames, you just
Yeah, you're like, hold on a second, what is going on? Yeah, that's come off quite a bit. So there you go. EU's coming up for a little bit of a retracement. So okay, he's looking. I'm looking for NZD to close 4 hour under 57500. NZD. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that's nice. I agree to that. If that does close, if that it comes down, and then just does something like that, then obviously retest of that EMA to take out all of these lows right here. That's a really nice trade if that's the one that you're waiting for. Because other than that, I would say on this 4 hour time frame, to me, it looks long.
It's just that aggressive down push we saw on the daily there for a while. It's staggered up a little bit, but it's not really got much force.
Let's have a look at what the Dixie's saying. So Dixie's pushed up. It's making bullish structure.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it's doing is just breaking, retesting, continuing. You've got all of these levels up here. You've got that daily 200 EMA. Like if we were on the dailies, yeah, looks long as anything.
Yeah, you'll probably see that big candle come tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, we got the new. What news have we got on tomorrow?
Fed rate.
Big
one.
What time?
Yeah, what time is it in the US? It's going to be. Normally comes out. Is it 3 p.m.? 2 p.m. US time. I think it's 2:30. No, 2.
Wow, we got quite a lot of news tomorrow. Okay, yeah, Fed rate at 8 p.m. my time.
It's gonna be 2 p.m. because it's 4 hours behind me.
So they're thinking about a 25 base point cut. I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's been heavily anticipated.
Yeah.
It's more to do with the normally with the Fed rate. I noticed the conference seems to be the mover. A bit of a hesitation in between that half an hour, and then it'll move.
Yeah. Yeah. Sitting around waiting. Pretty much the life of a trader, isn't it? Just waiting around and doing.
Yeah.
What did you get up to today, other than taking a banger of a trade?
Ain't done too much, to be fair. I've been resting. I've been doing quite a lot of running, but I've started a marathon plan next week, so I'm trying to let the body recover.
What is this marathon? What is the marathon plan? What have you got in for the training?
It's just it's going to be 6-7 days a week. So
What,
Really.
strength and conditioning as well, or just
Yeah,
running?
I'll be hitting gym twice a week. Probably do like a full body, and
Yeah.
then, but not heavy. Just try and keep it, especially on the legs, light, and then yeah, just try and ramp up the mileage a bit,
Mm.
which is good. Took this year off doing a marathon, so I can go full force.
Well, I've seen a couple of people doing ultras and stuff. I don't know how they do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, mental.
Yeah, running's nice for me for moderation.
Yeah, just clear the head. Quick.
Clear, it's amazing to clear the head. I don't know what a ultra or something or an actual marathon would be like though. I don't know how much head clearing you need to do something like that.
Yeah, you also don't want to get injured. Be easily.
Mm.
You see people just go for it, don't you? They just book one and just do it. No training.
So when have you booked it? Have you got have you got a marathon actually booked up?
Yeah, it's in March in Vietnam.
Oh fuck! Fuck.
Yeah,
You're doing a marathon in Vietnam.
in Asia. Yeah,
That's
in the
nuts, man.
heat. I know. Yeah, I like going to different countries to do them.
Mm.
Get some variety going.
Yeah. Have you
So,
done it? Have you done one before?
yeah, I've done a few. I did Amsterdam in last year.
Okay. Yeah.
I've done one in London, but not the London one.
Yeah.
Done that a couple times. So yeah, they are great.
Is there any particular part where you find actually quite challenging, or do you train that
Yeah, it's the last 10K.
last 10Ks?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
brutal. Yeah, you can never really you can train for it to an extent, but you never truly, you know, your legs are burning. You're generally tired and that you're running out of fuel. You got to still go quick.
what's your procedure for that? Then you take in like gels or stuff to
Take a
keep
lot of gels.
energy.
You can take sweeteners. I just take gels. Some
Yeah.
people don't react to gels very well, but I can do 10. It's fine on me.
It's just like pure glucose, or is there
It's,
like caffeine and stuff in there as well?
yeah, you can have caffeine with it. It's normally just glucose, I think, just quick digesting.
Yeah.
They do work really well. I don't know if you've ever tried them.
No, I've never really thought about of like in competitions like jiu-jitsu competitions and stuff. I've taken jelly babies or like stuff like that before, like something really
Yeah, that's
quick
insane.
sugars. Jelly beans, jelly babies, they're like really good. Just to get some of that energy back, but never thought about gels to be fair.
Yeah, usually for a long session you need them.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know,
you should do it one day. Do a
a
marathon.
marathon.
Well, start on a half, and then push
I thought I was at 14.
13 miles. Yeah, 20. I think it's 22 kilometers.
Doesn't sound too bad when you put it
It's
into kilometers.
doable.
I can do. What was my pace on a 5K? Can't remember, man. I need to. I could be intrigued to do it. I got a lot of friends that like doing like triathlons and stuff, but I'd never do that, man. Jumping into water and doing all of that, and then cycling. I've always done cycling, so I'm pretty good on a bike. But water, I'm like a cat, man. I like drown in the stuff.
I love water.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
man, can't do it. Nah, not for me, man.
1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. Touch touch that weekly level and then pushed off. Kind of look at that and I'm like, oof, do I really want to short it?
What do you
But
mean?
it's like you can say that's kind of still long, but everything else is screaming short. So We shall do it.
Yeah, that's the problem with EU compared to GU. I've noticed it throughout many years of testing is just the ranges on the higher time frames on EU just they seem to just stay on forever, whereas you actually get some decisive direction on GU.
Yeah, I have better trades on GU for sure.
Yep, agree.
For sure. Maybe the CHF might come up. USD CHF. To be fair,
So you remember UJ trade last week? Yeah, I do. Held the buys 240 pips. Took that trade on Monday, closed on Friday. Perfect.
oh,
Yeah,
lovely
good
stuff. Fair play, mate. Fair play.
patience.
Great patience. Great patience. USD CHF also stuck in a little bit of a range. Let's have a look at a 4 hour. Nice, gross, man. Yeah, there's a lot of conflicting stuff, to be fair. A lot of conflicting stuff.
Gold's an interesting one, isn't it?
Gold is because I'm actually trying to slowly add into gold. My next ad would be at 38.39. We can come down quite a bit. There's quite a bit of room to come down. To be fair,
Yeah, if I'd want a higher time frame sell, I'd want it back above 4K with like a rejection. If I was looking for a sell,
like a break retests.
yeah, on the daily, I'd be looking for it. Where would I be looking for it? Around?
I'm gonna put your chart on.
Yeah, put it on. Quite like this area here. If we do be like anything above pulling back into this area around here, I like that, but you've got to see the confirmation first because it could just go straight through. But I do like the way we've topped out there on the daily, and then you've created some like highs here that we could sweep. But just selling down this low, you know,
Yeah, you're selling in bad. Yeah,
you're at a low, so
yeah.
you shouldn't really be selling down there. And I think buying, the idea would be good if we get some confirmation that we can create that higher structure really.
What would indicate to you that we would be pushing up higher?
I probably want to see break and retest above probably this 4 hour high at the minute. But then again, look how far away that is. Is that like 800 pips away, 700 pips away? I'd first of all want to see the daily close above this low. Then I would feel more confident in a buy for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then keep an eye on how it would move if we closed above here today and then started the day and rejected the downside. You could probably take a riskier buy play to that and then get continuations there. But I don't trade gold, so I don't really know how it moves.
Yeah.
I do think it's a little bit more because especially how traders have been trading it mostly this year. It's been very different to how it's moving right now. You can only really compare it to maybe this area here, but you see how it's done a similar thing where like it pushed down, left some highs, and then it failed to take the high. That's an easier sell. A little bit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that looks pretty. Could be a fractal pattern right there.
Yeah, it could be similar.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting pattern that you've just found. To be fair,
it's quite important to do actually. If you whatever pair you trade, just try and look at scenarios and maybe the daily, weekly that you can see repeated.
Yeah.
But if you have been buying this and catching winners all year, why do you need to worry about where it's at right now? You're in a very good position.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Sakic's position. To be fair, because he had a position on for a few months.
He was up a couple $1,000 as well.
He was only adding into small positions as well.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get in already. Okay, I'm happy to get in now, I think.
Yeah, 200 pips on gold it can move on that in very quick time. It's good to go break even on gold, I think, especially with how quick it moves. You want to be catching the push. If it reverses, it's a bit risky.
Let's jump on to... Halloween soon, huh?
Halloween.
I used to love Halloween in the UK.
Yeah, it's because of the weather. It's suited in darkness.
I remember all the little kids trying to do like knock door run and stuff like that.
Lockdown ginger.
I used to be one of them little kids, man. Used to love doing stuff like that.
How many years you spend in the UK as a kid?
I moved when I was 17.
Oh, because you moved to the UK when you were 17.
No. I was born and raised. Born and
Oh,
raised in the UK. Yeah. Definitely born and raised in the UK. I left when I was 17.
Okay.
Still got quite a few friends there. Everybody's married with kids now. So
typical trader to be getting on a little bit. You're getting to your 30s and then you're just not even bothering.
oh man. No, but that's the thing. Like, obviously, I was in the army for a few years, so it's a bit It was a bit,
Yeah, it's different. Isn't it?
yeah. Like a lot of my friends, obviously, you get your apprentice, or you start getting into the workforce and stuff, and then you get your house, and then you just life just starts. It starts happening. But if you're 5 years in the forces, then it's like,
You learn a lot during that period, though.
yeah, bro. Yeah. Break you. I don't know if I could do the training again. I was thinking about it the other day, man. Doing the whole training was brutal.
Yeah, I've had friends that have gone into trying to do UK Marines and all that.
I was one of my first times I was thinking about going into the Marines.
Yeah.
To be fair, never didn't end up. One of my regrets actually is not going because they're savages, bro.
They are. Yeah. Once you get through the training,
Yeah.
I mean, you are high level.
I don't think I would have passed my medical though, because I have when I was younger, I had like asthma and stuff like that, and they're really strict.
Yeah.
They're like really funny about it. But when I was like 17, I started training because I wanted to go for it. So I was doing swimming, even though I hate water, and I was doing loads of running and stuff, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, they're tough cookies. If I went into the Royal Marines, I'd be a different person right now. Like I would be covered in tattoos or something, man.
50 pounds heavier or something.
Yeah, it'd be like shaved head or something,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite funny because you come off a bit like somebody that would go into the forces. To be fair, you ever thought about it?
I would. I've never thought about it really. I think I would actually quite enjoy the training, as brutal as it is.
Yeah.
I would like to see how it would have changed me as a person. But as for actually going to war, it's not really. That wouldn't be me at all.
There's a meme right now. Or it was a couple of weeks ago that men used to go to war and do all of these things, and now they just
Now look at them.
yeah. Now look at them. But then there's another guy, and he's like, yeah, now I like making money and chilling on the beach. Yeah, which is also very valid, man. Who wants to be doing all of that stuff?
Yeah, times have definitely changed.
Yeah, man. Have you heard of Sidhu Muswala? Isn't that the guy that we played the last session, man? We played somebody sent us.
Yeah, it was. I think I was watching you and Denzel, and
Yeah.
They were recommending some music.
Let's have a look on this other one now. Like that on a 1 hour. What does that? It doesn't really.
I'm disappointed in how he's been moving really recently. Not great.
It's a difficult one. Indeed. Coming off that weekly level as well, to be fair. That's crazy though. The reaction off that weekly level. What company?
Very quick.
It's like 20 pip move. Let's see if it can continue downwards.
Last week I was up on EU. I was pretty close to TP on my position, to be fair.
Where's your TP?
TP was down at 115.450 ish, and it got down, I suppose, about 30 pips away from TP. And since then, it's reversed.
Show us on your chart. I'll put your chart on.
Yeah, sure. You see it, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So my TP on the daily was down at these lows. So I would have had it. The lows are at around 420. Yeah, I would have had it probably around 450, the actual TP. So it got down to about 770.
Yeah.
Since then, it's pulled back like 70 pips. I look at the candles though, and they're not going up. Like you can see, obviously they are slowly going up, but.
Give me 2-6, Woodsky. I'm just going to pop out. Hold on a second.
All right. See if you can still see my chart. Can't quite see it on the dashboard here. Yeah. So what I always look at, and something that's not really spoken about enough, is as much as I use a few boxes and lines, I do like to use price action, like clean price action, understanding market structure, candles and wicks, how they're forming. And within what we got here, despite us being in a sell, you can see that we kind of created, this low, high low. We haven't cleared that low. Also a high low there, but we've got 5 candles there. And if we close like this today, you've had 5 bullish candles in a row with a total of 47 pips worth of body. This isn't going up. You know what I'm saying? So what you tend to find is you'd want to see price pop down if we're going to go down, and it could just take one big candle tomorrow if we get this rate come in and it is good for the USD. You could see this one day just clear it all. Equally, we might just creep up and then we get that big push tomorrow and we go up. I don't really like the way this is formed since being in this trade. I don't close out. I don't go break even. I'm still looking for this move, but to be honest, I'm only in one funded account and I've got challenges with this on, like Fund and Rock, but it's not the end of the world if this don't come in because I've got GU that's just hit TP. So overall, I'm up like nearly 3R this week, and this trade is probably going to seal the deal for my month. But the month has been pretty good, I would say, compared to the months I've previously had. It's been good. Copyright issue, yeah, I'm guessing it would be on Spotify and that music. But yeah, GU did hit TP. Let me go on to it now. Yeah, GU smashed TP there, so that was a really good move. I'm happy with that. You can see I took out my target and retraced a little bit. I'd want to see 4 for GU now. I'd probably want to see a pullback. We're going to expect to see some retracement, and then for the rest of the week, get down into this area, 1.32 flat, massive key level. And that's it. But you can see how good these sells have been ever since we've actually been bearish on GU. I've really capitalized on it. And the most important thing is I had the bias on it ever since here. And it's something you've got to realize in trading, is you've got to be patient. End of July was bearish. I stayed out of the market mostly in this area for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, look at the bodies, we haven't got any volume. I took 2 losses on GU in there, but then now I've capitalized on 3 wins. So that's made back a lot more money than what was going on back then. And yeah, that's really it. I'm pretty much done it.
Yeah, somebody said GU moves way better than EU. That's only because GU is actually moving right now and EU's doing. But we'll see at the moment. On lower time frames, it looks good to go short, but on higher time frames, to be fair, if I'm totally honest, it looks like it wants to actually push up. Let's have a look at the 4 hour.
Yeah, the wicks.
Yeah. Like 4 hour just screams it, doesn't it? Doesn't really want to break. Came down, took out all of these lows. If you're looking at the 4 hour as well, it's funny because I literally did a video on this today. It's like, where would your stop be theoretically? And it would be somewhere like that, to be fair.
Be safe.
Might cut it and go long. Might cut it and go long. Let's have a look at where the Dixie's at.
Yeah, any given point when DXY looks like it's about to go up, it will just struggle.
Yeah, Dixie. So the DXY actually looks like it wants to come down, to be fair. Looks like it's struggling to up. Already broken all of these EMAs to the downside. 4 hour. 4 hours pushed up, found resistance, and now it's coming down a bit. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
There's too many conflicting things, to be fair.
There's no real flow in the currency markets, I don't think, at the minute. It's down to the government shutdown and all that.
Yeah.
There's too much uncertainty going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. Going to cut this.
Going long.
I think there's too much uncertainty. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stay out. Wait to see what happens. I've also got another day tomorrow, and to be fair, I got another day the day after and the day
after that.
I got forever to take. I got forever to take the trade. To be fair, even though it does look, where would the target realistically on this as well? Where would it be? Well, that's 1693. $16.93, just a little bit higher. Yeah. Probably stay out. See what tomorrow brings. Because it could just be ranging now until tomorrow, which will be quite a neat bit of news. I don't know if tomorrow will just end up ranging or doing something like that. But that is it. Should we call it a day?
I'll do, yeah.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Wilski is going to be with us. It's a Wednesday tomorrow, isn't it?
Of course. I'll be there.
Wicked. All right. Take care, guys. And we'll
see you.
Bye.
See you.